Hey guys, so in this video, we're back once again for our stocks by request, where we feature the top stocks that you requested via social media. So in this video, I want to talk about BSC, APL, PHA, ACEN, BDO, DITO, and TBGI. And our new entry for the day is TBGI, as a lot of the other stocks that we have currently on the list, we have been talking about massively over the past few days. So let's begin. But before I go through individual stocks, as what I've been doing over the past few days is I've been analyzing the PSEI. For those of you guys who just want to track the index or buying large cap stocks or are invested in ETFs or mutual fund. So for today, the PSEI closed at 7238, close at 0.48% up. Down pala, I mean, close negative 34.69 points for the day. Now, looking at the chart, it's still, if you'll allow me to zoom in, that's why this video will be fast lang. No? It really hasn't changed as much. It's still moving sideways. It's still also at the resistance. Remember what I said yesterday, that until it breaks out from the 7,307 level, nothing will happen. And yesterday was evidence of it touching it, but not going up. Then today's another day also that we've seen it at, hey, it tried to hit the resistance, but it did not go up again. So this is the fifth for the entire week. No, we've seen the PSEI at the very least go and attack the resistance, but with not enough buyers willing to buy the market at a much higher price. And that's why paulit-ulit kung sasabihin, you don't really have to watch the market every minute or every second. This is evidence that if you're busy, you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur, you're a flight attendant, you are high in your corporate career, you just have to know where the range is. You just have to know where the resistance is. So that actually means that, hey, oh nga, no, nasa resistance siya, then maybe I may not have to buy yet. I just have to wait and deploy patience up until it goes back to the support. And that's what we're going to talk about for BSC, for APL, for PHA, for ACEN, for BDO, for DITO, for TBGI, that, if you have bought, what are the parameters that should cause you to actually just hold on to your position and maximize your gains? Or if nakabili ka na, at what point and what signal and what trigger should cause you to take profits? In the same way, flipping everything together, if you have cash, what are your buy signals? If the buy signals are not there, is there a compelling reason also for you to avoid the stock? So there. Comment below if you're learning and you're enjoying this and this is something that is helping you. Anyways, let's start it first with BSC, which has been very, very much talked about. No? So if you look at it here, we saw it close for the day at 1.43. Allow me to zoom in. As you can see it right here, no, it's pretty much from this particular perspective, all of the moving averages, MACD, GMMA has not changed still, and that even though it has been up massively, also it's a cost for you, especially if you own the stock, to just continually hold. RSI is overbought, but it's not showing any cross down. MACD is still above zero. MACD has not shown us any cross reversal downwards. The same with GMMA. Even the shortest moving averages has not shown us any signal to that it's actually reversing, or it's actually showing that you should sell. BSC closed at 143. Value turnover is massive at 1.6 billion pesos. Next is, let's talk about APL. For APL, this is how it looks. Similar to BSC, it has been the talk of at least you guys sending me messages. In the same way, APL also massive value turnover, 1.1 billion pesos. Change is 7.14%, closed at 0.30 centavos. It's still progressing in an uptrend. It's still above the 20-day moving averages. The 20, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages are all up. MACD, GMMA are still confirming its bullish move. RSI, it's overbought already. However, it's not yet showing us a cross down, meaning there's still no, at least for people who want to trade it from a short-term perspective, it's not even crossing down from an RSI level. So APL trend is up. 20, 50, 100, 200-day moving averages are not showing us any cross downs yet. MACD, GMMA also is not showing us any cross downs as well. Similar also to the RSI. So again, if you are a person that wants to maximize your position, it would be prudent that you wait for those signals until they start to emerge, that you, if you want to get out and if you want to actually liquidate and sell and take profits. Because the name of the game when it comes to the stock market, it's all about exercising patience, and it's all about deploying as much time as possible, that if you don't need to sell, di wag muna kayo magbenta. That's it. Anyways, let's continue. The next stock is PHA, which also over the past days you guys have been requesting massively. So if you notice it, no, from BSC to PHA to APL, they almost look the same, and that's why I love technical analysis, because uh, the names may change, but the way you read it, the way you analyze it, the way you uh, draw your trend, use your moving averages, use your indicators, they're all relatively the same, and that's why I get to trade the US markets also, because a chart in the Philippines looks the same as a chart in the US. Yung mas maganda lang sa US na volume is there, and there's a lot of choices, and you can easily see it also in a framework that there's a larger sense of people that are interested or investing in a stock. So for example, Tesla, Apple, etc. But let me go back to PHA. So PHA trend is still up. 20, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages are still bullish. GMMA, MACD are still not showing us any signs of reversal. And the RSI also is moving still in overbought levels, but there's still no cross down yet, even for RSI. So trend is up. And what we're seeing from PHA, I just want to reiterate this. It's moving from the breakout of the 1.25 level. So for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, that's why I'm heavily um, sharing it to a lot of people, that breakouts are so important, that you don't have to get rattled. Look at this. So when it broke out on January 4, for 2 straight days, it had two red candles. But that's what's interesting about it. You don't have to be rattled, even if you see red candles, as long as this new support is holding. In the same way here, there was a red candle January 12, it closed lower. But again, the name of the game is, up until that time, hindi naman niya nabasag yung support eh. Up until that time, the trend was still up. Up until that time, even the moving averages, the GMMA and the MACD and RSI also was not showing any signals that there was a reversal that's imminent. So that's why it's so important for you to stick to what your triggers are. So for those of you who want to know more about this, links are in the description below on how you can read the markets using technicals. We have online courses. We have a live session happening at the end of January. I think one slot na lang natitira. So whoever is that person, I hope to see you there. And then books, also technical analysis. However, for those asking about my technical analysis books, I have yet to write the books with indicators. I need to set aside the time to be able to do it, but hopefully I get to do it soon. So I'm really hoping that I get to do it soon. There. So for PHA, as of now, Friday, January 15, 2021, trend is up. GMMA is still bullish. MACD is still bullish. No cross downs, no reversals, and it's still moving under the breakout of this particular resistance level. So there. Anyways, let's continue. Next stock that I want to talk about is the very popular, much talked about SRO of ACEN. So for ACEN, this is how it is. This goes to show no how strong resistances are. Kasi kung tinignan nyo dito, naku, ba't nagkagat yung shirts ko? Ayan. Ito lang yung ayoko minsan sa ano. Hmm, this is what I don't like here minsan pag naggaganito siya. Anyways, ayan, ganyan na lang. So, as you can see, no, we have ACEN closing today at 6.48. It's still below the 6.65 resistance level. That being said, ito pa rin yung range niya, 6.65 resistance. And then, you have your 5.6 support level. That means that if we don't see ACEN at least move at this level, no, or break out from the 6.65 level, the current range that it could possibly move and trade and work with for the next for at least next week will be 6.65 resistance and 5.68 support level. So Because of the SRO, the upward move, I really believe because it failed to break out from the 10.64 level and the 6.65 level support did not hold, we are now trading a particular new range for ACEN. So 6.65 resistance, 5.68 support, 5.68 does not hold. Next possible support is 4.44. Next is BDO, and a lot of people have been sending me messages about BDO. This is how it is. Ganun pa rin. Wala nagbago. For the entire week, the resistance at 114, 115 still currently holding. So for those who peg this as a resistance level, then that could have been a very, very quick trade for you. Please do note that just a week ago, BDO bounced there. This is a 15.9% trade. So for those who bought at the support, your target price 114, 115, where BDO is actually, if you look at yesterday, close at 113. If you look at today, intraday BDO went as high as 113.5, which is very, very close to our 114.98 resistance level. And if you bought it at the support, then you are getting a good return already from a short-term trade. So current progression still now is 114.98 is your support. Then you have the 98, 99, 100 level as your level of resistance. So that's where we are, at least for BDO. For the entire week, nothing has changed. It's still consolidating at this particular range from November to where we are today in January 2021. So it's half the year already. So I just want to note again also that this is still a very, very long and very, very strong resistance that we have not seen BDO break out from. By the way, the consolidation is being confirmed by GMMA, MACD, 20-day moving average, and even the 100 and 200-day moving average is showing you that there's really not much strength in the stock. By the way, before I go to the last two stocks, which are Dito and TBGI, an hour after this, we're going to have another batch, another set of stocks that we're going to analyze, and it's MRC, MM, SM Prime, Ali, JFC, Pure Gold, AP, and maybe Converge. So there. I hope you guys enjoy this series of videos that I'm doing for you, because that's the whole goal, that's the whole narrative, to just give you as much value and content as possible, because I want you guys to win and trade the markets with confidence. So let's continue with the last two stocks. Let's look at Dito. So Dito, no, nothing has changed. If you see how powerful support and resistance is, Dito for the entire week is holding at this particular support level. Resistance still over the past few days hasn't changed. It's still this 14 pesos. Support over the past few days hasn't changed. It's 11.4 pesos per share. And it's been this way. It's been consolidating this way since January 4th, since the start of the year. So narrative Dito for the year consolidating 11.3, 11.4, 14 peso resistance. I think all eyes will also be on what will happen in less than 2 months na lang when they start operating. Should they when they start trying to get sales, but there. So please do note that also. Bakit siya nagko-consolidate? Please note that it's normal. It's okay for companies to consolidate. That as they consolidate, it gives a chance for people who bought at the start to also take profits na hindi bumababa yung stock. And for those who like dito, it gives also a way that kasi pag bumababa ng mabilis, it gives panic, and a consolidation allows also people to buy it while it's holding a certain base. So that's where we are for dito. And by the way, before I go with the last one, which is the TBGI, which had a large amount of movement for the day, please do remember that. And if you're new to this, never ever buy a stock just because I talk about it here. Please remember this video is for data and information purposes, and this video is for me sharing my ideologies on trading using technical analysis. But don't just buy it because I talk about it. Never ever do that. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't believe that for you to be able to make money in the markets is you have to listen to what people are telling you. You have to decide it on your own, and deciding on your own takes the time, takes the research, takes building the skill and the craft, and it's not get rich quick. If habol nyo yumaman na mabilis, that's the best way for you to lose everything. That's the best way for you not to win in life, because winners love the process, winners love to grow, winners love to continually learn. And technical analysis is not rocket science, it's not super hard, pero it's something that you also have to devote your time and your attention so that you can build it. And I'll tell you that once you start learning it, it's a skill na hindi na mawawala sa inyo. And that's why I'm devoting my time here to be able to teach, to be able to share, because I know you deserve better. I know that 207,000 subscriber base that we have right here is a new set of Filipinos that love to learn, that love to be financially free, but are not taking shortcuts, that love the process and want to grow in financial freedom. So for TBGI, what's interesting is this. Um, the movement right here is literally a breakout from this resistance level, from the zero point 0.4 resistance level. And while that was happening, no, what's interesting about that is you already see this tick up a bit, and you already see RSI also go into overbought levels. But prior to that, if you'll allow me to zoom out, you will see this. Yeah, way before it was happening, you're either seeing number one, an ascending triangle for those who want to see it that way, or to make it super simple, since the 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average are sloping up, it's pushing up, it's denoting that, hey, it's not just an ascending triangle anymore. It looks like that it's moving towards an uptrend. If you're very, very strict looking at the channel, this is the channel range. Support is 0.325, which is supported by the 20-day moving average, and the resistance is zero point 0.4. However, while all of that is happening, you see TBGI moving in an uptrend. So currently, right now, MACD is denoting that the trend for TBGI is bullish. Cross up is there. 20, 50, 100-day moving averages are all bullish right now. Then you have the trend confirming that the stock is up. Now, breakout from point 0.4 with a large green candle, which is accompanied also by a good level of, how do I put this? It's accompanied by a good level of volume. Next possible areas or next possible resistances that you need to consider could be around this area. So 0.51 just broke out of that also. So if it stays and continues to hold zero point 0.4 and stays and continues to hold 0.51, the next possible resistance for you will be at the 0.605 level. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's insightful for all of you, and I hope that this is something that gave you enough insight so you get to trade the markets with confidence. Because at the end of the day, that's all I want. That's the main goal. That's the main narrative. That we get to teach you to trade the right way, so that you get to trade the markets with confidence. So happy weekend, guys! Don't spend most of your time just entertaining yourself. If you have a dream, you want still to accumulate wealth, you want to earn more, you're still far from being financially free, I highly suggest that you use this time, you use this weekend to learn, to build your skills, and to research. And to those that are joining us for our very, very small Stock Smarts Manila group seminar end of the month, I'm excited to see you all. It's just a few days from now. I think the team will be sending the final venue for the event. So that's it. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.